Will you hearken a while, for I must speak of Gareth, my brother, my teacher, my friend, of the youngest and best of the 4 brothers Orkney, but old stories come to an end.
He inquired once the way, would you do me a service? Our friend here needs somewhere to stay.
He was Brangwyn, the handmaid of Princess Old. I had heard she'd been stolen away.
Please go away, keep her safe from all eyes, I implore you.
I said, Gareth, what's this affair? For what business should knights keep young women in hiding? He cut off my words with a glare.
Are we chivalry's legends? Read closely the tale. In the margins it shows if we thrive or we fail. Dear Gawain, eldest brother, I prize and adore. You will see that as knights we owe more. What might we hold if we hold the door open? What could we have if a haven we made? If we stand in need and we hold the door open, the might of our table won't break. The might of our table won't break.
Brangwyn said, my Isolde is in love with a young man, but she was to marry the king. So her mother contrived to ensure this alliance, and she took me under her wing. I would pour her a drink that would change Isolde's passions, make her husband king in her eyes. I refused to do wrong by a lady's consent, then she seized me, ignoring my cries. A cold night in the woods might lead me to my senses, so I was left bound to a tree. Palamedes the Saracen came to my aid. He believed me and he set me free. Will you keep Gareth's promise that I won't be caught?
Lady Brangwyn, forgive me, I've given no thought.
Sir Gawain, women all, be we servants or wives, should have sovereignty over our lives. What might we hold if we hold the door open? What might we lose if the choice freely ours? If we stand in trust and we hold the door open, our kingdom might shine like the stars. Our kingdom might shine like the stars.
So I left her and sought after Sir Palamedes, who each man he faced he'd unseat. But no matter his valor, each tournament day would the Saracen end in defeat. Palamedes, I asked him when we were alone, have you been holding back from your best?
He said, what of my people outshining these knights? Sir Gawain, that's a risk I'll not test. Many say I'm in love with the Princess Isolde, but it's Brangwyn who's stolen my heart. She accepts me in fullness and gave me her word that my faith would not keep us apart.
I said, good Palamedes, a fool have I been, for your chivalry is not in your faith nor your skin. When he held Brangwyn close on the day they were wed, I remember the words that he said.
What might we hold if we hold the door open? What is it worth if we value each soul? If we stand in truth and we hold the door open, our kingdom might truly be home. Our kingdom might truly be home.
You recall Gareth first came to Camelot nameless and served in the kitchen a year. You discovered his virtues and you gave him knighthood. But there's more I need you to hear. A few days before you, I approached him in private and said, there's a kinship I sense. I could swear you were Gwyneth, my sweet darling sister. What mean you behind this pretense?
Oh, Gawain, hear me please, that is my name no longer. For lady nor lord strikes me true. But it's knighthood that calls me. You keep my secret, and I'll be a brother to you.
Thus at Pentecost next, our young knight won a claim for a place at the table round bore Gareth's name. Oh, we Orkneys, we kept this conspiracy fast, but he idolized you to the last. What might we hold if we hold the door open? What could we dream if we dream it for all? If we stand in pride and we hold the door open, our fellowship, how could it fall? Our fellowship, how could it fall?
Some months back, Gareth said, keep your eye upon Mordred. He's stirring up fear and dissent.
I responded, what mean you? He is our half-brother. How can you malign his intent?
Brangwyn told me, Gawain, that he laid hands upon her when she declared she was wed. Mordred hinted this place to its share of adultery. He might be caught in her bed. Have you heard how he whispers that Saracens' blood is of blood with no place in our court?
Gareth, Mordred is kin, and the son of King Arthur. I've seen nothing like you report.
You must heed me, Gawain. There are those who speak fair, but their words, they are venom, their questions a snare. They will rise up like fostering division and hate. Don't you see what's at risk if we wait? Who must we hold? Mustn't we hold the door open? Who of our kind is unkind at the core? If we stand alert and we hold the door open, there are some we must show the door. There are some we must show the door.
We arrive, Lancelot, at the end of our story. For Gareth, he died at your hand. When you saved Guinevere, you saw not who her guard was, precisely as Mordred had planned. With his death, I fell prey to my grief and my fury, and Arthur, I pledged him to war. Though I know you loved Gareth as dearly as I did, I could not forgive anymore. I helped Camelot fall as I sought you in combat, and this wound may cost me my life. Palamedes at last gives the counsel I needed. My brother saw justice, not strife. So I asked Lancelot, will you pledge Gareth's creed? Will you welcome the lost and defend those in need? Will you pass on this mission until your last breath, so our brother knight lives beyond death? What might we hold if we hold the door open? How could we live if we lived what we learned? If we stand in love and we hold the door open, could we see our kingdom returned? What might we hold if we hold the door open? How could the cost not be worth the reward? If we stand in hope and we hold the door open, there may come a day it's restored. There may come a day it's restored. Amazing roar. Robin Ballroom. Birds of Ball. Thank you, my friends. And of course, still out to Cherbourg, who is not quite done with us for the evening. Thank you all, my friends.